What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Should like and sub, and let's get into this. The Penguin has arrived, and I think it has delivered. Obviously, it's only one episode, but in that one episode, we got more characters, more layers, more subtext, more nuance, and more actual acting back and forth between real actors that believed and like became the characters. Yeah, I've watched it several times. Gary, who's watched it several times, I was shocked to find out. Nerdrotic, Chris, everyone, all the people that you would think maybe had just been burnt out and we're not going to like it, they like it. Everyone likes it. Even people that don't like Batman, I'm looking at you, Nadia, will still watch this show to the tune of some pretty impressive 5.3 million viewers across platforms in 4 days, 3.2 million on HBO Max specifically. I mean, that is super impressive no matter how you cut it, especially for, look, I love the Batman movie. I've got him. I think Pattinson is a very good Batman in the beginning of his years. You know, his Bruce Wayne isn't fully formed and he got a lot of room to grow, but I very much like what they did with it. I like the slower pace, and I liked Colin Farrell as Penguin. So finding out that Matt intended to use television as a way to give more time to characters that he loved and were important and are helping build that world, i.e. the Penguin becoming the Penguin and embracing the name, it's great that it's actually working. I hope it continues this way. A lot of people think it might drop off. I don't, because it's all leading straight into the next movie. So they have some scaffolding. But you see here, 94%. I checked, still 94 on the average from all critics, of course, at 89 for, you know, whatever this means. They've changed the requirements for a lot of this. But very high. I've heard everyone say it's good. All the performances, no one has really complained unless there's those happy few that just really don't like this, or for some reason the Gotham fans who feel threatened. But other than that, 5.3 million people in the US. That is crazy, especially when you compare it with what is going on over there at Rings of Power or any of the other, you know, when Acolyte was out. They barely had a fraction of this. And word of mouth. Positive word of mouth is leading to people not only watching this, but going back and watching the Batman movie. Had some great scenes. The 9 to 5 Dolly Parton drop. You see, that was the showrunner's idea, Lauren. And the screenplay it had, when he picks up the car, we knew that there was going to be some slightly embarrassing song or incongruous song playing when he got in the car. He explained, we knew that Victor was going to have to acknowledge that slightly, which I think he does brilliantly. Yeah. In other words, it's very similar to like Taylor Swift showing up in Deadpool Wolverine or something like that. It's funny to think that, yeah, obviously the working 9 to 5 from the Penguin as a working man in the mob. Basically, he's like doing all the grunt work. It's funny that he would be listening to that. And they also talked a bit the other day about why they don't lean into some of the more comic book elements and why Lauren doesn't consider this a comic book show. Normally, this would be really worrying, but I do understand. And this is actually my read of the situation, too, that, you know, they call him the Penguin in this one because he's got that gimp foot. And so he waddles. Because he waddles, they come. So it's a pejorative. It's a negative to him, but I think he'll end up embracing the term eventually. But he says, I knew that Oz didn't appreciate the term. That was something that felt derogatory towards him. Showrunner Laura LaFranc tells Deadline, gangsters and mobs often have these nicknames for people, so it made a lot of sense that his nickname from others would be the Penguin, but it's not a term he embraces. And again, I think by the time we find ourselves at the end of the series, he will. You know, we see Oz carrying an umbrella and all the thing, but yeah, we're not going to be seeing the top hat or monocle unless they do the glass bottle in the eye thing, which is from the Arkhamverse games. She said, I wanted to make sure that we could appeal to people who didn't see it or didn't think it was for them, who wouldn't necessarily be interested in a comic book show. I don't view our show as a comic book show. I view it more as a crime drama, certainly a character-driven drama, and that's something you're going to hear them talk about a lot. We have Matt Reeves confirming that everything is character-based. He says, I'm a point of view filmmaker. When I'm doing a Batman story, Batman and Bruce is going to be the main point of view. To explore the rogues gallery, they could never get the real estate we can do in a series. I would rather have 8 1-hour-long episodes than a movie if it was my character. So the Batman is in the show only as a sense, only in a sense that he's a presence, which is like you felt that when they were looking at the sunrise. It's like, because you know you made it another night without encountering the Batman, and you know all the other connotations of looking at a sunrise. So this was all to will Rob show up. It certainly seems like not this one, but that a Batman and or Bruce Wayne appearance in the future could very well be on the table. And I don't know. Obviously, let's see. Every Sunday they come out now. That basically is the Game of Thrones slot of 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock PST for release. I'm loving it. Let me know what you think. Watched it a couple times. Went back and watched the Batman. Yeah, I don't know. As long as they don't muck it up and they land into the second movie, which is about to start filming, hey, fine by me. Anyway, is it fine by you? Let me know what you think. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.